Okay, if you want to add a metallic texture to any one of these parts, here's how you do it in a non-destructive manner. I'm going to hit Command D to deselect, and I'm going to go up to Google and type in weathered steel and get some images. Now I want to find a pretty good sized file. Here's some textures. Here's a good one. And I'm going to save this to my desktop. Save. Click out of here, go back into Photoshop. Let's make a selection of the front head here. Hit W, keyboard shortcut for wand. I'm going to make sure that I'm on the midtones layer where I've done all the work so far. And like I said, if those layers are not working for you and you'd rather do all your painting on one layer, as long as it's a blank layer, that's fine. So I'm going to select all of those, and I'm going to take you down a little bit of a side route in order to show you something else, okay? Once you make a selection, you have the option of editing that selection by refining its edges, which is a menu underneath the select. And then you can see against any kind of background you choose, marching ants, overlay, black, white, what your selection is. And if you want to smooth it out, you can. You can feather your selection. You can shift the edge by contracting or expanding your selection. And then you can also output it to layer masks, new layers, new layer with layer masks. So these are some options. This will come more in handy as we continue when we're doing our Multiply Me project and you're working with selections. This is a great way if you have a pretty good selection but you want to just expand it a little bit. I'm going to hit OK. Now I need to do another step before I go any further, but I already have what I want selected. So I'm going to go down another long route right now just to show you something else. When you make a selection that maybe is taking you a little while to make, it's kind of advanced, the minute you deselect, your selection is gone. But if you want to save that selection, you can and come in and work with it again. Go to Select, Save Selection. And what this will do is save it in the alpha channels. So if I go to Window, Channels, I now have an additional channel called Add at Face. Right? And what that is just what's selected. I will sometimes, when I'm working with files, have 10, 20 of these. Why? Because if you're talking to a client and they're like, oh, I definitely want the Add at Face green, definitely, right? And then you talk to them again, they're like, oh, red would be better. Okay, gold. So in this case, it's a really easy selection, but if it's something that it took a while to select, lots of bits and pieces of it, saving a selection can save you a ton of time. So I'm going to deselect, and you'll notice that that channel stays there. I'm going to click on the top 4 channels, go File, Place, bring in my weathered steel, place it. In this case, I need to transform it by holding down the Shift a little wildly. Hold down the Shift. Okay, make sure it covers the entirety of the face. And then hit Return to apply the transformation. Okay. So now I'm going to put this underneath midtones. And what I want to do is make another selection of this front part here. But maybe that's going to take a long time. What if there was a way to find that selection I had saved? Oh, there is. Select, Load Selection, Channel, Add at Face, New Selection. Perfect. And on Weathered Metal Texture, you go down to the bottom of the Layer panel and you click on Add a Layer Mask. You might need to go up to your midtones layer and use the eraser to get rid of the paint. But that's how you can add textures. So you may want to combine textures with different painting, but the key is this. Let me make this a little bit bigger for this example. The key is that this is your metal texture, but anything that's white is showing the texture, and anything that's black is hiding it. So this is called a layer mask. Okay? And in doing so, you can change your mind, right? You can move this around. You can, you could go in, delete this layer mask, you know, if you want to transform it or do any other kinds of changes to it. Make the selection again by going Select, Load Selection, pick your channel, Add at Face, hit OK, and then add a layer mask. It's non-destructive. If you forgot a piece, say you want these to have this too, you could always select a normal brush, kind of make it a little smaller, and add it to that layer mask with white in the foreground. If you make a mistake and you're like, pew, oh, I need that back, hit X to put black in the foreground, and it will remove. Now, it's not erasing, it's hiding and revealing, and it's the truest form of non-destructive workflow with layers. Okay? Sound good? Keep in mind you have under the select layer this refine selection, which will appear when something is selected, and you've got your save and load selections. Sound good? Okay. Any other questions that you wanted me to throw on here? All right, be awesome.